Alright, so I figured out on the digital readout, I got it on the setting. You see the time on there? That's actually running for 2 minutes so far from startup. Took 1 minute, 1 full minute for it to actually fire up, which it's doing. As soon as it hit 2 minutes, that's when it kicked on. Now, let's see here. Should be going like 3 minutes shortly. So that's basically the clock. It'll tell you how long it's been running. That I did not know. And apparently last time I just had this on, which was 2 days ago, it was running for 2 hours and I think 42 minutes. So 3 minutes now. So basically now I don't have to keep track of it because it's got the time on it, is what I figured out. So now all I got to do is just push this OK button to get to that mode. So now that is what it's drawing, the voltage right now. That's the level of speed for the fan. And that is the temperature, Celsius. I'd like to know if I could change it to Fahrenheit. That I haven't figured any on that yet. But it might be just a Celsius. It might just be running in Celsius only. So that's the, I guess apparently that's the temperature in the room. So we've got 4 minutes running, 11.9 volts being used. The speed is 59 degrees Celsius, and the room temperature 6 degrees Celsius. Alright, so 11.9, 2.8 is firing up. Temperature, and this time I've got a mixture of it's like a chainsaw, which is gas and oil mixture. It's a 50-to-1 ratio, plus just regular gas in there, unleaded. There's no regular gas anymore. So anyways, we're gonna try this out, see how this runs. There was a little bit of fuel, there was that much left in the 5-liter container there, so it was right about here, so I just topped it up. So there is probably still some diesel in there as well with that gas mixture that I had mixed 50-50, and then I just put in some more fuel mixture with the oil and the gas, and then the gas. So I'm back up to the, not quite half a tank, but enough to get me probably 3-4 hours off of it anyways. That's actually where I was last time. It wasn't quite half. And that's where the fuel I had it at. So and I still had some, probably about another hour and a half left of fuel left in it. So, and I know I got about almost 3 hours run time 2 days ago. I got about that again for today. And let's see what the temperature is in here. 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So, well, we'll let it run. We'll check the temperature out in a little while. Okay, so I have picked up the battery. Let's get that puppy over here. So I've got the battery. Now, the issue is here is that the line that comes out on this basically has this type of clip. Oops, Let me get a little closer here. Okay. So the system has this here kind of clip on it. So I've already got the positive attached. So all I did is I pulled up the plastic. I've got a couple of these here, 12 volt clip for the clip, 12 volts. So what I did is I didn't bother stripping the end off. I actually used the end in there and clamped it on around with this clamp. So that's what I'm going to do with this one now. And we're going to slide this up like that, and we're going to attach that one just like the other one, just like that. That'll fit right in there. I'll fold that side over, fold this side over, then I'll pinch them together. Underneath, pinch them together, squish, pinch, squish, pinch, squish, until that's connected tightly. So just one more pinch and squish. Alright, that's connected. I just squish it one more time just to make sure, and pinch it down. Alright, that's connected. Alright, now we'll put slide that down. And that'll go on to the black. And this will go on to the red. Just like that. Once I gotta pull this out of the way. Alright, this should do. Okay. And then what I did is I put elastics on here to tighten this clip up more, so it gets more pressure on the clip here. Because what it has is the hole through the it has the hole through the stem here. Oh, I guess you can't really see that clear. You can see that there's a hole through it, so you can put a bolt kind of system or a bigger clip system, the wider ones on there. But like it says, this one here just came with these small clips. So I've taken these clips on there, like so. There we go. And I just went and picked up some more diesel fuel. Boy, it's something. Diesel used to be cheaper than gasoline, but now it's a lot higher. And liberals are really trying to tax those truckers too now, and the businesses. Yeah, everybody's getting screwed. Alright, anyways, let's go back to this. I filled her up. I've got the battery now. And the only thing to do is to fire her up. Let's switch this puppy on. Alright. So now, I see, got 3 lights on. Now to take the battery off, the other light shuts off. So let's, oh, nope, it shut off now. Okay. So I just basically recognized that the battery's hooked up. Now, let's see. I want to see if the power goes off, that stays on. Yep, green light is on. So she's got charge. Alright, there we go. So that's all set up now. Just in case power ever goes out, I got my backup. Alright, let's this here is on at the moment. As you see, it says 1 minute already, but I haven't started it up. So let's get them out here, or turn her on. Alright. So now she'll take a second, or a minute I mean, before it kicks on. Oh Jesus, here, pulled the wire over. Don't want that happening. I don't want that grounding out on the system. Alright, so I guess I'll just have to leave that power cord like that. And I'll just have to move the battery over like that. So it's out of the way. And I think I might take and put a support underneath that just to make sure, because that battery is a little heavy. But other than that, it's a gel battery. And 12 volt, 18 AH, 20 hour, just in case power goes out. I wanted to make sure I got enough. I could have got a smaller one, 7 hours or 8 hours, and which would have had the small clips to clip it in. But I want one for 20 hours, just in case the power does go out for 24 hours or so. At least I got 20 hours power there. Alright, so this here is now, let's see, 5 degrees in here, let's see, is 2 minutes. It's firing up, yep, at the 2 minute mark. 11.3 volts it's consuming. And it's on high speed, number 10. Oh, I must have pushed the button twice. Nope. Alright, so it's 6 degrees Celsius. Seven. Oh, it's on 10. Alright, she's picking up now. Hear that fuel pump knocking a bit. You hear it knocking as it's firing out, but you won't hear it once it's running. It's full. Tripping hazard. Alright. 42, 43. Once it gets about 80, she'll start to take off like a jet airplane. Oh, starting to fire up now. Once it gets to about 80 though, Celsius, it'll really fire up. And rolling, rocking and rolling. Yeah, I'm gonna see about killing the switch here and see what happens. going. $113, $114, $115, $116. So she works. She's running off the battery right now. Yeah, we'll kick this back on. Alright. She's back on. The other red light should shut off any second. Heels, heat. 154, 155. We're still rolling. Alright, so the other light just shut off. It's full hydro. Alright, so that is the power system. And, well, it's the UPS, Chucks 180 12 volt, 13.8 volt, which basically 13.8, I guess, is up to that's up to the highest that it'll go. So this usually only takes about 11.9 volts. So that's more than sufficient. And it's a charge function power supply. That's what it is. Yeah, it's working good. So 202 degrees Celsius. I wish I had my temperature gun. I just don't know where the heck I put it. I think I might have left it in the vehicle, probably in some of the tools. I'll have to get that out and measure how much heat's coming off of that. So now she's shut down, the screen's shut down. She's in a save mode or energy saving. Alright, so she is working good. So I actually, like I said, I had some chainsaw fuel, 50-to-1 ratio. I put in there. I also put just some regular unleaded gas in there, which was up to about half, not even half full. And then I topped it up with diesel. So I won't use this. I won't use it straight out gas or straight out chainsaw fuel. So it'll be like a half-half. You get a diesel, half diesel, half fuel. Then it ain't so bad. You're not gonna do anything to the machinery or the heater itself. But just to do straight out gas, yeah, because it's more volatile fuel than diesel is. It'll light a lot easier. Where diesel, you know, I mean, it's got that oil base in it, so it's got a. That's why these things have a glow plug in them. So basically it heats up the chamber before the fuel hits it, so it'll just as soon as it hits it, it fires up on contact. But yeah, I probably wouldn't advise to use any straight gas or say chainsaw fuel or anything that's two-stroke or whatever. I would probably mix that half and half diesel and half the other. And yeah, because I did it the other day there and it seemed to run fine, didn't make any different sounds. But yeah, that's what we're doing now. Today is a half and half gas, whatever, and half diesel. Yeah, I'm getting some heat. Yes, sirree. So what we got here? Again today, it's 40, just under 40 degrees. 39 and a half. All right, and it's 9:31. So I'll check back in about half an hour and see what the temperature is back by then. Actually, maybe even an hour. I'll wait an hour and see. Because it should have something. It should be at least halfway to 50. Alright, so here's the update so far on what I know and what I have tested on the DeWalt diesel air heater. I still want to call it diesel heat exchanger. Alright. Well, stay tuned. We're going to be showing that heat. What the difference is. Just under 40. And we'll see in about an hour what it's going to read. Did you notice, or can you notice? Do you hear that hard knocking from the fuel pump? No. Because the fuel pump, just when it goes to start up, it gives a hard knocking to inject that fuel in there to drive that, I don't know what you want to call it. Motor, engine? It's not either. It's, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyways, it's, yeah, what would you call it? It doesn't drive. It only throws heat through. That's what I say, a heat exchanger. But anyways, there's no hard knocking from the fuel pump. Only when it gets started, as well as it's driving it. But once it gets going, it's almost like it's sucking the fuel out, so the fuel pump doesn't have to work as hard. Yeah, because there's hardly any knocking. You can't hear it. I know if I put my hand on the side, I can feel it, but you don't hear it. And it's less when you put that tube on. It's less because you're not actually hearing it from inside the unit where it's actually happening, which is just like off side of the actual inside housing. Alright. Well, it's 10:37, so it's 6 minutes past a whole hour, and this has been on, what is that, number 10, let me see here, yep, number 10 all this time, been pumping out between 206 and 214 Celsius, fluctuated back and forth, and for it being about an hour, it's almost 50. It's 49 degrees, so it's like 10 degrees almost up in 1 hour. Other than that, I think if I leave it on for another hour, maybe we'll see what the temperature is by then. But yeah, it's doing okay with the half and half mix. No issues. And it's got enough heat coming off. No fluctuations. Well, other than what the heater is putting out. Well, let's check it out. I'm going to be shutting her down. So it's at 11.8 volts it's taking. Speed is on 9. 220 degrees Celsius. 18 degrees Celsius on the outside, I guess. I don't know. Some sort of temp there. And it's been running for 4 hours and 41 minutes. And that's since 9:30 p.m. And it is, we are at 50, just about 52 degrees. And I've been running it on 9 for, well, when I fired it up, I had it on 10 for about maybe half an hour. And then after that, I dropped it to 9. And it's kind of holding the temperature there at 50, what is it, 51? 50, just a little bit above 51. So it's been holding the temperature there. I like to have got a temperature readout, but when I grabbed my gun and I got to get a new battery. Apparently the one I just had in it was just doing a flicker flash and had some numbers up there all over the screen, so it was basically telling me that the batteries were dead. Of course they were probably like 2 years old, so I'll get another 9 volt for that. Alright, so we're gonna shut her down. Hit that off button. And this is basically what you'll see on the shutdown. What you'll hear on the shutdown. Now it's not going to completely shut off. There is going to be a little bit of current, still a low current, until the temperatures pick up in there. And then what it'll do is it'll speed up again on the fan to kind of inject output, not inject, but output the all the rest of the heat that's in there. So here we go. It's going to wind back up. So now with that blowing out without any heat going through it, in the same process, the exhaust is also cooling down, as well as the internal on this is cooling down. So by the time this here stops, I can actually touch the exhaust. Much air going through it now, but still some heat. There's still some warmth. So once it basically the fan shuts down, that'll be at optimum temps for it to just shut off basically. And then you'll see a readout on there, not clear. It'll tell you actually the Celsius of what the blower is, or the burner. Let's see, is it? Still got some more air blowing out. Still blowing warm air. 4 hours and 47 minutes. Now I can push that button. Oh, that'll tell me right there it's 18 degrees Celsius. Go in there, and that you can touch that. So that's just warm, not very hot at all. And it'll just read out temperature, and it'll just kind of drop, whatever. But I think I don't have it on the right. There he is, in the right setting. So we're at 59 degrees Celsius, and it'll drop. That's just the reading inside the housing. So 59 degrees. And meanwhile we're at 51 degrees. So it's not far off. What, 8 degrees. And other than that, that's it for the shutdown on it anyways. And we'll just shut that. And then just get this switch off. And that should, the light should go out. I believe it's because the battery's still hooked to it. Yeah, that's probably why. So we'll just take and disconnect this and this. And that should pretty well kill the juice. There we go. It's totally shut down. Now I don't have to worry about the battery or anything, just plug it back in when I have to use it. Alright, so that's it for the operation of the DeWalt diesel heater. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe, hit the notification, don't forget that like.